That's crooked. Hello, welcome back to the Creative Yarnoholic. I hope that everyone is well. I just wanted to say that my dad, thank you, Daddy, for calling me a slacker and telling me that I need to start recording because he hasn't gotten any lately. I know it's been months, and so I will actually go into a little bit of why I haven't been here. One, according to my dad, I'm a slacker. No, he didn't really say that. I did. Actually, there were 2 deaths in the family, so I had to fly back to Arizona. Didn't have to, but I wanted to be with family at that time, so that's where I was. And then I kind of lost motivation of recording. So here I am. My father called me out on it. If anybody else wants to call me out on it to get me back on here, please feel free to do so, and I'll be happy to record. I'm trying to get back into the routine of things, and I don't know why I just find it so hard to come back and record, even though I'm still knitting. I'm still doing quite a bit, and I will go ahead and start in with, I'm going to do this a little bit out of order actually, because I really like the way that the Bakery Bears, they did cast on numbers, FO numbers, those kind of things. So because I still have January and February to go through, I'm not going to go back and do all of 2024 of what I knit because I'm lazy, pretty much. I have most of my stuff on Ravelry from 2024, so if you want to go back and look at those, you can. I have not been very good at posting on Instagram as well, which I really should. That I did complete was my Sweet Shop blanket. This is for my mother. This was out of the Charming You Advent from 2023. I would pull it out and show it to you all in its entirety. However, I still have to weave in a lot of ends. So I didn't want to show you all of that part because there's a lot. So I need to get that done, and I need to wash it, and I need to send that over to my mother because she wanted one. I had 2 Advents for 2023, and she said she wanted one, so she's getting one, and I am getting the other one, and I'll show you the other update on that one. I did start this in, and I'll actually put a picture up showing what the blanket did look like, because I did take a picture of that and posted it on Ravelry. I did start it January 1st of 2023, and I didn't get very far on it. I tried to keep up with it the best that I could. I did, let's see. I think I have it in 3.5 millimeter, 3.25. I have to look. I do have it posted on my Ravelry page. However, I do have, I finished it on January 11th of 2025. So I did get it all finished knitting. I finished knitting it. Now to weave in the rest of the ends, because I did get started on that. I need to finish that, wash it, send it to my mom. I already told you that, so sorry for the repeat. And I'm going to go in order of the cast-ons because, well, that's what I just feel like doing. So from these, I have, I will go back into this again. I apologize. Each of these triangles are 5 grams, and it is knit in finger weight sock yarn. And so it is a little thin, but I did 5 grams of each triangle. So the other one that I had, the other color, the main color, was the Cascade Heritage, and it is in the almond color. It doesn't say almond on it. I don't even see. It has a lot number. Oh, color number 5758. And I just remember almond because I actually purchased these from a local yarn store in Crossville, Tennessee. I love their yarn store, and I try and go there, but it's like an hour and a half drive and hour and 45 minutes, something like that. And because of how far it is, I haven't made it back in a while, and I may need to actually get one more color because I may be out for my next blanket that I'll show you shortly. So my first cast on for 2025 is actually the leftovers from the Sweet Shop blanket. The Sweet Shop blanket is by Laura Penrose. I'm sure everybody has heard of this in the knitting world. But what I did was I took all the leftovers and I started a jelly roll blanket. So these are all the colors that are the leftovers. So I used, I guess it's under 5 grams for each of these, but I actually held these double. So that's how much I have left of each of the colors. I believe this first color here though is, no, it should be day 1 through 24. Let me count. 1, 20, 3, 4. It is 1 through 24. So I have the first stripe done. So I have one started for my husband, and I haven't worked on that lately, so I'm not going to show it until I start working on it again. However, I do have quite a bit of scrap yarn to start working on his and get his going again. Hopefully I'll have it done by next Christmas, or at least during some cool seasons. So this is the start. I started this on January 1st of this year. And like I said, this is the leftovers of the 2023 Charming You Advent. I'm just reading my notes, by the way. The 2023 Advent from Charming You. This is in 3.75 millimeter. There's no liters. Millimeter. And it is the Jelly Roll Blanket by Kay Jones from the Baker Bears. Then my second cast on is these Book Nook socks. Now I am a sample knitter for Wool and Women Fibers, and so this is for their January box. I lied. This is for their February box. The February box, the colorway is Rodeo and Romance, and this is in their sock weight fingering. There is two, I believe it comes in two 10-gram minis. And so I just did the heel and the toes in the two different minis. And it's a really pretty, I guess I should have brought the sock hookers. It's a really pretty, there's a cable and rib. Here, maybe this will help. A cable and rib section for the top and down on the top of the foot. These are actually the adult small, and that's because Andre has small feet. So it didn't take very long. I cast that on January 3rd and finished them on January 10th with the 2.25 millimeter. And that is I use my 9-inch circulars for that. That is the February box. And this is part of the February box as well, but this is it's the same colorway, but this is in the DK, and this is a headband. I hope you can see that. It's got X's and O's. XO for lovely. This was for the February box as well, Rodeo and Romance. This was on a this was on 5 millimeter needles, and I cast this on the 7th, January 7th, and I finished them on January 7th. Both of these are on my Ravelry pages, so I will link those. My next cast on, which I actually have, this is my Erin Lane bag. I love this bag because it has this snap thing on it. And with this snap thing, I can hook it around my purse, my backpack for work. Wherever I go, I can take it. So that is a So this is my favorite on-the-go bag. 2 days a week I ride the train to work, and the third day in the office I drive so I can leave early so I can come home and finish my work. So these are my train knitting socks. If I don't have some on the needles for my husband, I have some on the needles for my aunt. Aunt Deanna loves my knit socks. She is very knit worthy, so I knit them for her, and my husband wears his all the time when it's cold. So he's also very knit worthy, so I make the socks for them. And of course, I did not write down my colorways. The cuff and what is going to be starting of the heel and the toe, these are all scrap yarn that I have, and it's kind of like a whiskey color, copperish gold color, and whiskey is just the best description for me. I love the color, and it goes with a lot of different colorways that I have, so I do enjoy that. I am knitting these for my husband. I should have brought that over. He had a hip replacement done, and because of the hip replacement, he has to, I don't know if anybody has seen it, but there's this mechanism that he puts the sock on, and it's almost like a cup-ish, long half cup. I don't know what you call it. And he slips that in order to pull the ties over his foot, and slips the sock on that way, because it's hard for him to bend all the way down to try and put his sock on, or put his foot up on his leg or something to try and put them on. So I modified these a little bit to where I started him out. Usually he can wear the 64 stitch, but it's really tight to put on that mechanism for him to actually put one of his socks on. The other sock he has no problem. It's just that one leg, the one foot that he needs. So with this one, what I did was I actually started with 72 stitches, and then I worked all the way down to right here. So it's long enough to go onto that mechanism and stretch over it. And then when it gets down towards his ankle, then it'll be easier for him. It'll be a little bit tighter of where he needs it. And that way the heel and the foot will be fine, because he said those are fine. It's just he needed this a little bit wider or stretchier to actually fit onto that mechanism for him to put on. I hope that makes sense. However, that was my cast on number 4. So now the next thing that I have is number 5 cast on is the Buttercup socks. I started these on February 1st. It has this cute little design right here, and it's actually on both sides. And this was the mini that comes with the colorway. And this colorway, this would be an awesome t-shirt color. Just awesome. I knit, which I'll go over, but I can't show you yet. I will go over, it was the DK, it was DK weight. When I did that, I just thought, oh my gosh, that would make the perfect color for a tee. So I could knit up a tee in that. Or if one of you want to, that would be great. This is the Denim and Daisies March Woolen Women Fiber box. I started this on February 1st and I finished it on February 6th. This is also on my Ravelry, and this is number 4 of my finished objects for the year. Let me put this back in there so I don't lose it. Okay. And it's on my Ravelry, so I will put a little disclaimer on here of the name of the designer, but it is the Buttercup socks. And for the crochet portion of the March boxes, it's the same colorway of Denim and Daisies. And this is called Simply Daisy Bookmarks. So these are crocheted. And it's just really cute how it has this daisy type stitch on it. And I used the same minis because I had some left over. So I used the same minis to actually make little, make it look like bookmarks. This is actually what the fringe that is in the pattern, and it tells you actually how to make these. But I thought it would be great to put the mini on there so that you can see what it looks like together. You can make them longer if you would like. You can make them shorter. You can make them wider if you want to. But this was the pattern, and I believe this is a free pattern. I'll have to look back on it, but I believe it is a free pattern. So it's just really cute how she has all that together. The name of it is Simply Daisy Bookmarks. So Daisy, Denim and Daisy, there you have it. This is my 5th finished object and my 6th cast on for 2025. And so my 7th cast on, it should be coming out March or April. I can't remember which one. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the March box. So it should be the April box that'll come out for the secret cast on that I had. I did start it on the 7th of February and I finished it on the 14th of February because I had some other things that I needed to get done. So I didn't finish it in time. I didn't finish it as fast as I thought I would. There was no time limit on it. It was a test knit, and the colors that I did it out of was actually this in the DK, and it turned out great because I had a lot of the DK left over because I only made 3 of the bookmarks with it. So I had the whole, pretty much the rest of the skein left. And so I was able to work that hat with the minis because there was still some left over of the minis. So I was able to use a little bit of the minis in the design that it has. You'll love it. As soon as I have the okie dokie to show it, I will be more than happy to show that for you. It is my 6th finished object for the year. My 8th cast on is, and I'm going to have to put a picture of it in here. We rented out one of our bedrooms to a couple, and her birthday is the day after mine. And so I actually started it on the 10th. So the day before my birthday, I started it, and it was the night before actually. And I finished it on the 13th, and so it was a day late, but she was happy to wear it. So I'll put a picture here of what it looks like. She was happy because it's pink. It's a neon pink color, and she loves neon pinks. And this was out of this was an adult small out of the Woolen Women Fiber June 2024 box, which was called the Strawberry Pickin'. And it is a Musselburgh. And I did not put, I want to say it's on a 3.25 millimeter. It is on Ravelry. And so I will actually, hopefully I put that on there. I just forgot to write down what needle size I used on that one. Okay, so what I am working on is my Sweet Shop blanket. And this one, oh nuts. This one is out of my Woolen Women Fiber 2023 Advent. And I am on the middle of a square. And I would say that it wouldn't fit in a bag anymore or a tote bag or anything, but that's a lie. I just want to drive my husband crazy and leave it on the coffee table because it's just easier for me to set down and pick up. I'm sure it drives him crazy. He is so sweet and he doesn't complain about it unless we have company, and then he'll tell me to move it, which I'll move it into the craft room when I do that. So I did the same thing with this one. I used the same main color of the almond in the Cascade Heritage. These are each 5 grams. Each triangle is 5 grams. So I'm able to use these again. I am almost 3/4 of the way done with this. And so I won't have as much left to do to work on it. I am getting there. I am on my I'm almost finished with my 3rd round of the colors. So I have, after I finish this square, then I'll start on the last one for the 3rd round, and then I'll start on the 4th round, and I'm hoping to have this done by the end of March. If I get it done sooner, I get it done sooner. If I get it done later, I get it done later. It doesn't matter. It's mine, it's for me. I just was trying to rush and get it done, and because I did that, well, I can't say that. I don't know what happened to this one. So I will show you. This one, it started coming undone. And I don't know, I haven't figured out yet how to fix it. So I started thinking that I could pick up, I guess I should show you. It's actually this one here that's coming undone. But I started picking up stitches along all 3 edges to see if maybe I can do that and undo this and put in a new one. However, because of the short rows, I don't know how I'm going to accomplish that just yet. So it'll look funky, but it's my blanket, so I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'll be happy once I have it all finished. And I can drape it on the back of my couch or my chair or wherever. And I don't know how this happened. I don't know if I cut it too short from weaving in the ends and it just came undone. I have no idea. So if you have any suggestions on how I can fix this, please let me know. I will take any suggestions at this point. I wanted to try and finish the blanket first because this is kind of towards the beginning. I don't know. I just don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but once I do, I'll let you know. If you have any suggestions, I'll take those into consideration as well of what will be the easiest and make it look like it actually blends in. That'll just make me happy. It'll make me so happy. It'll make me happy once I finish this as well, because that would be 2 blankets that I have finished that I started back in the end of 2023. So it just seems like a long time for me. Only because I know that I put it down for a long period of time. I don't like knitting on blankets during the summertime. And it's just not, well, you know, it's just not. It's just not. I did actually, my last thing that I wanted to talk about, excuse me. Well, no, I'll show you this first. So I actually did a thing and I created my first pattern. This is called the Creative Advent Infinity Scarf. And what I did was I took all of the solid days, I did a texture pattern. All of the variegated or speckled, I did just knit. So as you can see, there's different patterns throughout the whole thing. This one here was probably one of my favorites. There's just different ones. That one turned out really well because of the color. The triangles came out really well, or diamonds, I mean. So it's very colorful. The only problem that I had was this one, which is the honeycomb. I would suggest that if you do knit this, either knit it loose or use a larger needle for this, so it doesn't gather in, unless you don't care because you're going to be wearing it kind of bunched up anyway. So if you want it long, you can do it long. If you want it shorter, you can do it shorter. If you don't like it tight around your neck, you know, it's up to you, but it is very colorful. You can do it in a bunch of different minis. You can do it in scrap yarn. This has, ooh, lovely. I did these in 10-gram minis. If you wanted to, you could even, it's finger weight. The yarn was from Yarn Cafe Creations. She sent me the yarn. She was very gracious about that. And Christy, your yarn is just beautiful. So I loved the way the colors. I asked her if I could do 12. There are 24 here. If I could do 12 of solid and 12 of the multicolor or speckled, so that every other day you would actually knit in the round, and then the other days you would do a texture. That way you got kind of a break in between. And in the pattern, I actually have every day that there is a texture, I have a color of that, or I have a photo of the texture so that you can see what it looks like. Trying to think of what else. You could do it in a DK if you wanted to. It would use up a whole 20 gram if you did it in DK. However, I think you would need to go up a needle size if you were going to do that. My pattern is available on Ravelry. When you're watching this, I will go ahead and put a 25% discount on there. Just use this code below. I'll do that for my birthday, even though I'm not 25. I'll do 25%. And I'll leave a link here for the Ravelry. It is actually under Creative Yarnoholic and not my normal Ravelry pages. I had to do it under a company name instead. So there you have it. Now I will show you the December and January boxes from Wool & Fiber. This will give you an idea of what they actually do for in their boxes. This one is the December box. These are Sam's Tiny Trinkets. As you can see, there is Mrs. Claus, and there is an oven mitt because the theme of it is, which I don't think I have my thing in here. I do not. So it comes with this cute little cup, and it says Peppermint Swirl Hot Chocolate Mix. It comes with this cute little spoon, and it is a metal spoon. It's not like a plastic one or anything. It comes with the hot chocolate. So you have all of those together. It comes with this cute bag. So it has to do with Christmas baking. And it comes with a round bottom this time. But I love this. I'm not a red person, but I really love this. My cousin Brooke would love this. She is so into the plaid look. It has buttons on the front. Little buttons here. And then it has on here Christmas baking. It shows different baking items that are on there. It's very cute. And it is drawstring. Oh, I guess I should have shown you that. Sorry about that. Then there is also a candle, and I believe, oh, that smells really good. What's that? I don't know. It's like a gingerbread smell, I think. I think that's a gingerbread smell. Then there is the lanolin lotion bar. And this is gingerbread house. That smells like gingerbread. So it's just in one of these that you roll it up a little bit and you just put it on you, and it softens your hands while you're knitting. It's great stuff. I love this stuff. And then last but not least, the yarn. So now that I'm showing this to you guys, I can actually put it in my little bin over there that I have added up. And I have a Christmas color that I'm excited that I can knit next year. This is called Mrs. Claus Bakery. So this is their 80-20 fingering weight. So it has a 20-gram mini, and it has the beautiful Christmas colors. I don't have very many Christmas socks, so I'm very happy that I can actually this year get a Christmas, sorry for the crinkling, so that I can actually get some Christmas socks next year, and I can start on them, well, basically whenever I want. But I want them done before Christmas next year so I can actually wear some Christmas socks. I took the candle out of this one for some strange reason, but this one is the January one, and it's called the Great White Woolen North, and I think it is it's over there. I don't want to reach for it and fall or anything, so I'm not going to show you. It's a candle. You can't smell it anyway, so I apologize for that. But I do know it smells really good. So this right here is, what is she? They're Snowball and Narwhal Progress Keepers. This is by Sam's Tiny Trinkets. And so there is that. I don't know if you can see the snowball. I guess it would help if I held it up, right? So there's the well, and there is the snowball. Very cute. It comes with lanolin wash, and I love this wash for washing my socks. It is great. You just put it in the water and you rub it around a little bit until it gets a little murky, and then you let it soak for a little bit. And these are called the Arctic Needle Protectors. Very cute. And it's on both sides. But I thought those were very cute. Then the bag that they have with this one, which I love these colors. I love blues. I love greens too, but I love blues mostly. And this is a box bottom. And wool women fiber, and these are snap closures. And the inside is just a dark blue. And it almost looks black on the screen, but it is a dark blue. And so I can add that to my collection. The yarn is very, very pretty. It has purples in it. I don't know why, but I have been into blues and purples lately together. I just think that they're very, very pretty. This one is called Unicorn of the Sea. And I just love, look at these colors in here. Isn't that just gorgeous? I just love them all together. So very, very pretty. And that's another one I can put back. I have not received my February one yet. It is on the way. So once that comes in, I will show you. And most likely you'll have that one as well, even though I know they're going to be these colors. But that's when I get my box, is the time that you guys get yours. And these I do ahead of time so that you guys know what the patterns look like. That will be coming and available as a suggestion, or at least available in the colors. You know what the pattern is going to look like before you actually order your box. Unless you have a running order, because I think you can actually order them like 3 months at a time. So that is actually all I have for you. I really thought this was going to be a lot longer. Maybe I sped through it too fast, too quickly. I hope not. I don't know where my thingy went. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you come back again and see what else I've gotten myself into. Okay, Poppy, this one is for you. Well, they're all for you, but I'm still saying that this one is, I'm going to call this one The Slacker is Back. Just for you, Poppy. Thank you again for joining me, and I will see you next time. Happy crafting.